We have one topic left before the closing words. Turning back more to the pension fund side, the topic is innovation in plan administration as a response to turmoil, and I think this will be on a positive note. We have a keynote by Dejan Malesic, who is the Senior Manager, Executive and Co-Leader of the International Business Unit at Previnet. Over to you, Dejan.
Thank you, Matti. Good afternoon, all. So, Matti, thank you for the presentation. So, my name is Dejan Malesic, and I'm co-leader of International Business at Previnet. So, on behalf of Previnet, I would like, first of all, to say that we are very happy to be part of the PensionsEurope family, so, and to contribute with our ideas and possibly also some solutions. So Previnet joined the PensionsEurope basically in April 2023. Okay, so today I will talk about innovation in plan administration in a time of turmoil. So I will share with you messages and also some solutions that can bring optimism for the future pension business. Let's have a look at today's agenda. So I will see if I can move. Okay, sorry. Do I have control or you have control? Just this one, okay. Thank you. Okay, so it's, okay, so super. And moving back is, okay, super. So, thank you. So, I will briefly introduce the agenda. So, before moving to today's topic, basically I will just share a few words about my company Previnet, and then I will discuss the context and challenges of the current world. I will move to the new world with new customer-centric mindset and fully digital service approach. You will have an opportunity to see 3 innovative solutions in action through a dedicated brief video. And after the video, we will discuss together about a bit of details on innovation capabilities and technologies applied. The last but not the least, I will share, I hope, some, let's say, quite useful takeaways. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so Previnet is a TPA company founded in 1995, based in Italy, very close to Venice. And it's owned by local investors, so it's a fully independent company which is working with the whole industry. Previnet provides the admin solutions and admin services and IT solutions to pension funds, to insurance companies, and also to financial solutions providers across Europe. Currently, Previnet provides the fully compliant admin service to 10 European jurisdictions. We are a client-driven organization. Basically, therefore, the countries under management are directly linked to our clients' projects and needs. A key driver and the common denominator of the Previnet's proposition is the IT component, which is fully developed and maintained in-house. We basically don't rely on external software, so our service is entirely delivered through our technology. Okay, so I will introduce a bit of the context in which we currently live. So we are all aware of the current global crisis and the overall uncertainty we experience on the worldwide level. So this is definitely not a great news for the pension funds industry, as it slows down the planned pensions project and also postpones the relevant investments in both the public and private sector. We also know that the pensions retirement industry is not the most exciting one. So people tend to be quite proactive when we talk about pure investment products, but unfortunately this is not the case when we talk about retirement pension solutions. They feel it very often, this is quite something not engaging, let's say quite far away, old-fashioned and quite boring. Some of the issues are linked to the communication with potential savers and their employers. In particular, communication is not delivered very often through the channels that people effectively use or they want to use. And on the other side, the language used in the communication is very often not properly understood by members. So then the information should explain the relevance of the retirement savings and consequences if the potential savers don't do it. So at the end, people should feel confident about their decisions on retirement savings. However, there is a lack of confidence from the young generations versus pensions retirement system, and also non-awareness of the need for savings and protection. I need to highlight as well the generational issue. So the pensions retirement products should help the meeting the generational needs in Europe. So to be more specific, they should meet the lifestyles and needs of different types of users. So first of all, digital and very mobilized generation, but also should provide comfortable solutions to more senior users. Nowadays, we experience a flexible workplace environment where more and more people have opportunity to work remotely on a stable basis, even choosing some exotic destinations. So we know that smart of teleworking has become the preferred or even only way of working in many corporates and multinational companies across the globe. So we need to consider all these facts to design the new world. Okay, so now let's talk about the new world. So ongoing digital transformation is having a significant impact on almost every aspect of our lives. So it definitely is changing the way how we live, how we do the business, how we work. And as a part of these digital transformations, the pension fund users, they're increasingly becoming digital users. So this next generation of digitally native users is now looking for online services rather than traditional methods. So the new mindset is fully customer-focused. Earlier today, Fausto Parente, so he talked about need to change the culture and also to put ourselves in the shoes of the member participants. So this is exactly what I'm talking about here. So the key for recommending pensions and insurance also solutions to customers is to reach them with the right message at the right time and on the device that they prefer. The wave of the future basically means that using the artificial intelligence to deliver, again, the push suggestion at the right time with the right proposal, and also to propose the simple process of the making subscription of the onboarding and offering also an easy to understand contract. So pension funds, insurers, reinsurers, also the startups, all together, so working together, they should create new propositions and again, while developing fully streamlined subscription and onboarding process. Internet of Things, big data, and artificial intelligence, they're all basically that technology. There are three pillars of the connected pensions and insurance. And these technologies, they are disrupting a traditionally change-resistant industries like pensions and insurance. So there is from our point of view, there is so much space for innovation, in particular for what concerns creating efficient customer experience. But legacy systems, they certainly play their role in making the innovation more difficult. So here I have one question for you. So a question is, what does it mean, the fully digital service approach? Would anyone like to try? It's not a difficult question. And of course, I don't expect that there is just one answer. It's a quite broad question. Okay, so if no one wants to try, of course, I will explain the concept. So in a very easy way and straightforward, the fully digital service approach means engaging empowering, so these are the keywords, engaging, empowering members, participants of the pension funds whenever possible. So it means interactive, digital, online, personalized solution. And here the technology plays the key role. So technology is key to delivering the simple, personalized communication cost effectively. And this is particularly relevant for the large groups. So one of the crucial aspects of the innovation is the ability to analyze the large-scale data through data analytics and deep learning techniques. So we can now collect a large amount of data from members, insured persons, and we can do that regularly. So the great news is that the cognitive core from the, again, deep learning learns more and more from the usage, from the interaction. So more interactions we have, basically the better appropriate response to the user needs will be. So with the availability of more and more data, and also with the increased computing power, which is the case, and also easier access to the deep learning techniques, there has never been a better time to tap into these innovative technologies. Okay, so now I will show you one brief video with the three quite, let's say, attractive applications for pensions insurance industry. And these basically applications, they take advantage of the innovative technologies. The first application that you will see is Luna. It's our 3D digital assistant, which is powered by artificial intelligence. Then the second one is the clickless. Basically, it's an onboarding tool without any data entry activities. And last but not the least is the smart notification tool. So I will ask you to, if you can launch the video. Thank you.
Everyday users search for fast, efficient and available answers to their demands. On the other hand, operators cannot manage such numerous requests in a reasonable amount of time. Call centers' waiting periods become unsustainable and often cannot satisfy the needs of so many users. However, thanks to the introduction of virtual assistants, a new and incremental communication channel can now be reached through websites and mobile applications. Virtual agents can now help clients 24/7 without usage limits, providing a service constantly available for every user and every request. Artificial intelligence allows the virtual assistant to analyze the context in which it operates and to analyze the intentions of the user. Therefore, it is capable of engaging in a conversation and interact using both speech and written text. In its most advanced guise as a 3D avatar, the assistant can mimic human behavior, show emotions through expressions and through the tone of voice, providing a fitting personality for the interaction it is involved in.
Given specific criteria, it is possible to request a partial withdrawal benefit for one of the following reasons. Please pick 1. Medical expenses, first home purchase, first home renovation, other reasons. Previnet has built a verticalized system of virtual agents specifically built for pension funds and insurance.
Their 2 decades of experience has allowed for the development of a system that can satisfy hundreds of commonly asked questions from its users. A solution that has been designed and developed by Previnet, allowing for the utmost segregation, privacy, and data protection.
The digital world is becoming bigger and faster on a daily basis, and people expect all services they require to be used within this environment. The subscription to a complementary pension scheme can be done instantly and easily with Clickless. The user needs only to start the app and follow the instructions. Personal data is acquired directly from the user's documents after requesting an ID picture and an NFC scan. Identity verification is achieved through the user's selfie. For more specific questions, there's Luna, the digital assistant powered by AI.
Hi, I'd like to help you choose between the different investment options provided by the pension fund. The self-assessment questionnaire allows you to evaluate the investment option that best suits you. Very good, we're almost done. We're going to generate your subscription form, which requires your digital signature. We need your phone number in order to send you the authorization code for the signature. Please, spell out your phone number or say, no, if you'd like to type it in later.
333251151.
Thank you. We will now generate your subscription form. You can now find your form, but it's still missing your signature. We're going to send the authorization code to the phone number you've provided. We have sent a text message with the code to authorize the digital signature of the document. Insert the code here. Here's your digitally signed document.
Subscribing to a pension fund with Clickless is easy. Everyone will be tempted to do it. Choose digital. Choose Clickless. It's tax return season. How do we tackle it? Marco checks the website every day to see whether his certificate is available. However, switching on the computer and logging in requires a lot of time, and often enough, Marco forgets his login credentials. Martha, instead, uses Kathy and receives notifications right on her phone. Via text message, through WhatsApp, or email. Luca logs into the pension fund website frequently to check his fund position, but cannot always find the updates he is looking for. Instead, Martina can sleep easily knowing that Alexa and Kathy are always keeping her updated. Based on the 8th of January 2022 price values, the value of your account amounts to €207.847. Pick easy. Pick Kathy.
Thank you. So, can you please stop the video? Thank you. So you saw 3 innovative applications that can really enhance the overall user experience. The first application that we saw was Luna, our artificial intelligence, our 3D digital assistant. After successfully experimenting with the vertical mobile applications, we focus basically, our focus shift to interacting with members through speech and voice, and also talking with them in a natural language. So Luna represents a disruptive form of customer engagement. So Luna is Avatar, which is assisting pension fund members in fully interactive and innovative way. So there are no waiting times for an agent, for an operator. And instead, Luna responds intelligently and provides direct, precise answers. This approach also reduces the human errors during a conversation. So information is available on demand when the user needs it. When users chat with Luna, they simply talk like we all do on a daily basis. So there is no learning curve needed for this process. So the second application was clickless. So clickless allows one to join the pension fund, also to subscribe a policy in just a few steps wherever the user is, and also without any data entry activities. So this journey basically eliminates data entry, and also any keyboard input. There is only interaction which is supervised by digital or bio agent. So I would like to highlight the usage of 5 different technologies through 5 key steps of the clickless process. So the first one is basically the acquisition of the specific codes from the ID card. In this case, we use the optical character recognition technology, and it allows us to convert different documents into editable and searchable data. In the step 2, now we acquire data from the ID document, but also the facial photo. And this is performed through near-field communication, NFC technology. It's a well-known technology and used for electronic payments. Step 3 involves now the user taking a selfie. You saw it during the video. And at this point, we use the neural network technology and machine learning, which is a component of the artificial intelligence, to perform 2 actions. So the first one is the face recognition. And second one is the face matching between the photo that we captured at the step 2 and the one took through the selfie. Once this face matching is completed, we enter into the step 3, where again our digital assistant, Luna, comes into the play. So Luna helps capturing the membership data, basically contribution percentages, investment profiles, self-assessment questionnaire, via an interactive dialogue. The last step in the process basically is the digital signature, where a digital signature certification is delivered through a text message to the user's mobile phone number. The third application we saw is Keti, smart notification tool. So Keti enables the interaction mode based on push of relevant, engaging, specialized content that considers specific habits and behavior of the user. So in this model, basically the pension fund, or directly or through service provider, delivers the content which is considered the most relevant and, let's say, engaging, exciting for the member, depending on, again, on the habits, on profile, on the moment of time and the circumstances. Content can range from the information about the product or related to the procedures. During the video, basically, we saw delivery of the notification in relation to the tax declaration availability of pension benefit statement. So content is delivered using continuously updated logic of the pension fund initiative. And in this way, again, we bypass the need for traditional pull logic of provision of information. So Keti uses a cognitive core which is equipped with artificial intelligence and also combined with the smart notification engine to address this, again, personalized and targeted content to pension fund members. Keti leverage on different channels, so starting from traditional channels, emails or text messages, but also through WhatsApp channel and Alexa. And the benefits of the smart notification tool are relevant for all stakeholders involved. We performed different surveys which show us the following results. So first of all, the end users, the members, they reported being extremely satisfied by receiving in advance the information they need. So they reported that they are happy to continuously can make assessments and receive information about their accounts and their also operations. Also, on the side of the pension fund, basically, pension fund reported that they benefit from this approach as it reduces the need for the assistance via email or phone, because the needs are addressed in advance of the needs itself. And again, the members, the end users, they feel object of constant attention, being constantly informed about developments and aspects of interest to him or her. So they can concretely perceive the service that is highly personalized to them. So I will now move to the key takeaways of today's session. So first one is the ongoing innovation attitude. And from our perspective, basically, this should be the main strategic principle of any pension fund and admin service provider. So the innovation needs to solve the real tangible problem of the customer and not to be purpose of the same. Also, the successful technology adoption always should start with the main question why we would need this innovative idea or concept. So it should definitely be business concept driven and not the only technology driven. Second point is a fully digital self-service approach, as we saw also during today's session, so empowers users to always be in control of their pension pot and options available to them. Ability to analyze large-scale data through data analytics and deep learning techniques is one of the crucial aspects of the innovation. So with more data and interactions, we can achieve the better results and we can have more appropriate responses to user needs. Then continuous updating and proactivity in content provision from the service provider is highly recommended. So I stressed a lot about the relevance in providing the highly personalized content and keeping users informed of what is really relevant to them. So many thanks for your attention, and I will open the floors for your questions. Thank you.
Very fascinating, I'm sure, state-of-the-art outlook on the future as well. I'm sure that the customer experience in the market for all services is increasing, and pensions are part of this, that what people expect to be delivered increasingly. Any remarks, questions to Dejan on Previnet and what he presented? I can't see anyone.
No issue. We can also have, after the session, if anyone wants to have a chat, so I'm available also with a couple of colleagues, so we can have a conversation, no problem.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Then what remains? Piers, please. Just a second. Just a second, Piers. Can you take the mic, please?
Sorry. How has this been received in the market by potential clients? I'd be of the personal view that people don't want constant information. They want very occasional information, such as once a year, about how their pension funds are doing. So it would worry me that there's an enormous amount of work that's got to go into this that wouldn't get the customer, the end users buy-in to be regularly communicating.
Thank you. Thank you for your question. So here, I fully agree with you that currently we can talk about many of the industries that again, many companies, they are distributing the notifications, in particular concerning the marketing campaign and similar, and this is creating a lot of noise and disturbing the members. Here, the key is the point of relevant moments for the members. So it's not here. Maybe it's the perception was that we are continuously sending notification, which is definitely not the case. We are trying to capture what are the effectively relevant moments for the pension life of a single member and to deliver that notification. So you mentioned the need effectively to be informed maybe a couple of times during the year. And this is exactly what happens. So when the tax declaration is available, when the pension benefit statement is available, but also, again, notification when maybe relevant new pension rules are published or something like that. So there are definitely, in most of the cases, there is no any kind of commercial interest or similar. So we are trying to fully respect again, the needs of the single member, and at the end, they can also, if they think it is not appropriate, they also can deactivate it. So it's not mandatory approach, but it is highly recommended also according to what we heard from the pension funds. So with this approach, and we have experimented this with different clients, the engagement of the population basically changed dramatically. So they are basically, they perceive really well this service. We can talk about, these are just some couple of examples. We have also different other solutions, but the base of all of them is artificial intelligence and really understanding what is relevant for the users.
Thank you. What remains are closing words by Janwillem Bouma, the chair of Pensions Europe.
Thank you, Matti. Ladies and gentlemen, I can give you the long version, but I will give you the short version. It has been a long day. It has been a full day. It has been a day with lots of conversations, discussions, panel sessions, and I think of high quality. So I like to thank the organizers, and particularly ABBA for hosting us today here together with Allianz in this beautiful conference. Really impressed. Liam for being the host of the day for the majority of the day, and then Matti in closing it out. The sponsors, and particularly you here in the room, and those that are still, I hope, online with us in closing out. So how am I going to do that? How to protect pensions in the time of turmoil. We spoke about vulnerable pensions. We spoke about vulnerable beneficiaries. So thinking about that, and then from crisis to the next crisis. But when we learn from crisis, there are always opportunities. We just heard that on the video. So I want to send you away with 3 enablers. So moving from turmoil into optimism, into we are in control of our destiny. Big words, but 3 enablers for you in the room. Most of you are pension professionals out of the industry from different strands of life. And the 3 words are nimble, welfare being. Yes, it's a contamination of welfare and well-being, welfare being, and engineering. So I now have you on the tip of your feet. What is he talking about? First of all, to move across, to navigate across all these challenges that we saw today, when I joined the pension industry straight after the Lehman crisis, and considering the topics at the table of the Board of Trustees, the language used, and how that has changed over the years. I mean, I don't have to tell you that sustainable finance didn't exist 10 years ago at the board table. Well, most of the board tables, some of them already had it under their watch, but not all. The world is changing. We spoke about moving from DB to DC, but it is not DB, it is not DC. But the language shift is there. The agenda is changing. And if we want to navigate across, we need to be nimble as trustees, as pension professionals. We need to be light-footed. We need to embrace. Who has seen the movie? I haven't seen it. But there is the this movie that is about dancing on your feet. That's what we need to do going forward, is dancing on our feet, agile, embracing change management. Welfare, well-being. We saw various examples today of funding pensions, sustainable pensions, but also adequacy, coverage, and how to ensure that everybody in Europe has the possibility to have a quiet, well-funded old age. What goes in, comes out. If you don't put in cash, there will be no return. We have seen that. Where does the cash from? The government, the occupational pension, the private individual. 3 pillars. And so all solutions need to come from the 3 pillars together. State first, private second pillar, and also personal pension, third pillar. And there are more pillars, but for today, those are the 3 that I would like to recommend. 3 pillars. We spoke today about government, we spoke about social partners, and we spoke about the industry, the service providers, the pension funds, in any shape or form. It's the triangle. So 3 pillars, 3 players. And then also there is the E, the S and the G, environmental, social and government. It has arrived and it is part and parcel of the debate at the Board of Trustees. What I learned today, but what I also in the end missed, we spoke about value for money. And we spoke about cost and cost transparency versus return. But the true and the honest comparison is cost, return and risk. It's the combination of the 3 that drives a competitive pension result, which is ultimately in the interest of the beneficiaries. So 3 pillars, 3 partners, the E, the S and the G, and 3 aspects, cost, return and risk. And that leaves me with engineering. Engineering? Yes, you heard it today. We are flying the plane whilst building it. So how do you do that? We today had the regulator. Unfortunately, Fausto had to leave for other endeavors. But we in Pensions Europe are keen to have an open dialogue with our regulator. And why is that relevant? In the world of change, turmoil, where the regulatory environment is always later than the event. Today, we are implementing, we spoke about CCP, that's the result of the Lehman crisis. Still, yes, it's not the Lehman crisis only, it is Brexit, it is this and the other, I know. But it's the consequence of regulation follows. We spoke about horizontal regulation, and if I am concerned about one thing, it's about the risk of horizontal regulation. So that we are, and there was the example of the IR2 review versus SFDR. Let's not talk about CSDDD. Important matters to us. And so, engineering our way out. You keep your friends close, but you keep your enemies even closer. And I'm not saying that the regulator is our enemy. No. The regulator should ultimately be our friend, because good regulation helps the industry. To get to good regulation requires collaboration. And what I miss in the debate, what we try to endeavor as Pensions Europe, is that there is debate. And there is an open dialogue going on between industry and the regulator, and also, of course, the policymakers back in Brussels. So 3 enablers with a light touch. Don't take me too seriously at 5:15 on a beautiful Thursday afternoon here in Berlin. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been my great privilege to host you today on behalf of the Board of Pensions Europe. and I'm going to send you away to what you have to do next. There are still some opportunities for dialogue in the back of this room until we are being kicked out by the security officials. Thank you very much, have a great day, and see you next time. Thank you.